And we're back once again, only on Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on it's the Last Call YouTube channel. Now, joining me here on the line, this man will be once again fighting. It's going to be only at Bellator 284, August 12th. We'll be taking on Tyson Jeffries. Well, after his last fight out, we're excited to see some big things here from him. I'll give you once again, all the way from Arizona, I give you it's Sullivan Cauley. Sullivan, start off here. It's a big step up. You're going from Ben Parrish with who was 5-1 to now Tyson Jeffries to 14-10. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
How excited are you about this? They're moving you quickly. They're not just putting you in the kiddies table anymore. They're moving you up quickly in the ranks.
Yeah, I think this is perfect. I think this is perfect for me. Tyson's a journeyman type. He's got a lot of experience. It's a nice step up from the guys with limited experience that I was fighting before. And I think this will be a great win to put on my record.
How tough is it figuring out though what he's going to do, because he's been out for about almost 4 years, so a lot's changed. He could have learned new techniques. He could have, you
Yeah.
know, changed his style. Like when you have a guy like that who's been out for a while, what do you prepare for so that you can get ready for the fight?
We never worry too much about what my opponents are going to do or about game plans because you just have to be flexible in fights. You think one thing's going to happen, but you have to be ready for something else to happen. So we try not to obsess too much about what my opponent's going to do. The fact of the matter is, guys don't generally get a lot better when they're not fighting. I'm sure he's been in the gym. I'm sure he's been doing jujitsu and hitting the weights since we last saw him. I'm sure he's learned some skills, but at the end of the day, like the combination of fighting and training is where you get better. You can't make massive leaps and bounds just in the gym without competition as well. So I think we're going to see something in the same ballpark as what we saw 4 years ago from.
We're gonna go back to that fight in a bit. Take you back to the last fight. It was you, Ben Parrish. One of the things I noticed was, unlike Christian Edwards, you decided, okay, I'm not going to stand and bang. That's what he wants. How much of that was by design, taking him down and forcing him to have to fight off his back and not be able to just turn it into a wild brawl?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was a better striker than Ben, but he showed that he had one punch power. So his best shot to win that fight was to land a bomb. So we just decided we were going to take that off the table. So he was throwing a lot of kicks early, which I assuming because he thought I was just going to strike. But I guess wrestlers generally not smart to just start throwing kicks immediately. I caught one of those kicks and took him down, and then was able to be pretty dominant on top, which is the game plan.
How big is that win like that where you've seen before, like when he gets in that group, he can knock people out. So for you, how was it, fighting smart, not and just basically going, okay, I know what I need to do. I'm going to execute it, and I'm not going to let my emotions take over.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. I think that was definitely a step forward in my career, having to fight a guy who's coming off a big knockout, had dangerous knockout power, and can prove to myself that I can fight smart. I like to I'm very aggressive. Obviously, I finished all my fights in the first round so far, but I think I'm calculated as well. I'm not reckless. So that's kind of my MO. I try to be aggressive, but not reckless.
I'm watching the fight right now, and what I'm impressed with is, as soon as you get him down, no matter what, and a lot of time we see this with guys, they'll take him down, they'll rest for a bit. Next thing you know, all of a sudden they're taking damage, and you're just as soon as you get him, it's strikes to the head, strikes to the body. You're maneuvering position. How much of that have you worked on where it's like, okay, I'm not going to let the ref all of a sudden just stand us up because there's been a tie in, but you want to get in there quickly. You want to start moving ahead, not have to worry about him tying you up and worrying and getting that stand up.
Yeah, I mean, I work, pretty constantly on being effective and offensive on top. I'm not the kind of guy that like gives up positions and goes for submissions. I'm the type of guy that likes to stay on top in dominant position and rain punches. And that's something I worked on a lot with Ryan Bader and with Jordan Johnson about getting in the positions that I want to be in and
How much has that helped? Having sparring with Ryan, sparring with Jordan Johnson, having guys who they can legitimately take you down anytime you want. So, how much have you grown since just sparring with those guys and working on just drilling techniques? Just everything in the gym, just daily with them.
I mean, it's huge. I picked up a lot of technical stuff from them. I've picked up mindset stuff from them, and then I've also just um just sharpened my skills through competition with them. I mean, I couldn't have developed like I have without those big tough dudes to push me.
Now, as we're going here with Bellator 284, you're being, as I said, you're being pushed heavily here. What's that like all of a sudden now when people start knowing who you are? I mean, most people when they start fighting, it's like, all right, they when you get to like 8-0, 9-0, start paying attention. There's a lot of people paying attention to you. So, how weird is it sometimes where you'll go to the bar, go to the gym, go certain places, and people go, "Oh yeah, I know who you are. I saw your fights." It's like, "Oh crap, I've only had 3 fights yet." This is
That's
pretty impressive.
that's kind of just started happening. But yeah, like it doesn't happen a lot, but like I've just started getting a piece of that, and it's kind of, I mean, it's cool. It's got a validation for all the hard work I've been doing. I mean, before I turned professional, I had an extensive amateur career where I wasn't getting paid anything and nobody gave a damn, and I was just, you know, just spent my whole early 20s just in the gym, and I'm starting to see the a little bit of validation for all that work, and I'm sure it'll escalate quickly as I get some more bigger wins under my belt.
All right, I gotta ask, what's more exciting, getting a knockoff win, or a hole in one? Because I see here you are a golfer, so I gotta ask, as somebody who has had those days where it's like 3 putts, 4 putts, and you go, just get the goddamn hole, just go straight. That's what I did. What's more, for you, was satisfying, that hole in one, or that eagle putt, or knocking somebody out in the first round?
Well, I've never had a hole in one. Golf feels pretty good, but I'll tell you, nothing compares to winning a pro fight, especially by knockout. I don't think there's really, I don't know if feelings really get much better than that. At least not that I've had.
Now, does the golf ball help? Because with your MMA, in terms of you have to be just in golf, you have to be mentally strong, or else you start throwing clubs, start cursing. I've done that before. You know what I'm talking about. How much does a
Yeah.
golf game help? Like, okay, can't get frustrated, can't get upset, playing and not worry about just, oh crap, it's in the water. I'm gonna start throwing a club here.
I think it might help in that aspect a little bit, but for me, I think golf is mostly just a release. It's just an opportunity to go out on a day off for a few hours and just not think about fighting, and just, most of my life is just, I just eat, sleep, and breathe fighting. I'm always in the gym. I'm always training. I'm always thinking about fighting. Or I'm meditating at home, or I'm, you know what I mean? Like, eat brown rice and chicken to get ripped. So it's nice to have a little pressure release valve, go on the course for a few hours, just chill out, slap some balls around, probably hit a bunch of bad shots, but hit a few good ones. So I think that's really the benefit for me.
How tough is it for people to understand this? Because they think, oh, it's easy. You're going out, you're training, and then you come back, you can hang out, and it's like, no, no, no. This is a full-time lifestyle here. I gotta, you're constantly training, you're constantly working, you're sparring with Ryan Bader, Jordan Johnson, then you're probably working out. You're watching what you eat, no matter what. Even when you're, not fighting, you're trying not to gorge yourself, and all of a sudden, weigh in at about 225.
Yeah.
How tough is it finding people, especially your girlfriend, who understand, like, okay, if you're gonna be with me here, you gotta respect that there are days I can't hang out with you or I can't do this because I'm in training camp. This is my life.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to say no a lot. You got to say no a lot, especially during training camp. My girlfriend is pretty. She's super supportive. She's pretty good about the whole thing at this point. But it puts some stress on our relationship sometimes, just because of how dead seriously I take this stuff, and it's a lot for her to deal with, and fighting is a lot of mental ups and downs, and it's a lot of stress getting ready for what's almost Mortal Kombat. And it's I think being around a fighter all the time is probably pretty tough. So she thinks she does a good job with it. But I mean, yeah, I think I basically only have people in my life at this point who understand what I'm trying to do and what the sacrifices to that end are going to be. So,
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're proud to have on the show. He'll be fighting once again August 12th against Tyson Jeffries. I give you one of the rising stars of Bellator. I give you its Sullivan Cauley. Sullivan, before I let you go, so where can fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website, and who are the sponsors going to be for this fight coming up?
yeah, check me out on Instagram at Sully Cauley, SULLYCAULEY. Number one sponsor I want to shout out is Guardian Revival, a nonprofit that I've really fallen in love with that does good work for veterans and first responders. There's a link in my bio on my Instagram page. You can go to donate. They do a lot of great mental health oriented stuff for that cause. So that's a great company. And then Dan's Gym. Danny Brandt's my trainer. Dan's Gym in Mesa, best Muay Thai gym in the country. And Piro Cigar Bar in Chandler has been taking care of me. So probably a week after the fight, we're going to be partying it up there. So if you're in the Arizona area, come check it out.
Sullivan Cauley, ladies and gentlemen, once again, an honor, pleasure having on the show. While we come back, stay tuned for more great action coming up only on It's Last Call. Last Call with the Alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel.